So we finalized our poster. You know, we got our texture, we got our colors, we have our details. Now we can create some variations of it by, you know, using some color palettes. So you can see here, I went to Color Hunt and I just grabbed these three color palettes. What you can do is just screenshot it. That's what I did. Or you can go in and copy the hex codes and then go in and create your own swatch, which is pretty cool, but this is the faster way. So I've just copied them in. And what I'll do is I'll start making some new color groups. I'm going to press I for the eyedropper tool. And you can see you get this eyedropper. And I'm just going to select these colors. And then as you select it, your fill changes. Your fill will change. What you can do is press this little button on the bottom right, click new swatch, and make it a global color. And we can actually press OK. Now we can drag this color into our groups, and you can actually create color groups by pressing the folder here that's just new color group. And we can call it poster 2 colors. So you can rename that color group. And if I put my finger over it or the mouse over it, you'll see the name there, which is pretty sweet. So I'll just do the same and I'll go through and create these colors. It's good to click the global button because when you want to change it, it's going to affect all the artwork instead of just that one object with that color. So every object with that one color, and if it's global, you can edit it and, you know, change it, which is a good tip to always have. So we've got all our colors here. You can always double click on the swatch and then edit the color as well. So now I've got these 4 colors, and I'll do the same for the other ones. And the key is to have some variety. So, you know, make sure to find colors that are very different so you can get a different feel, a different look. And you can create some, you know, different types of posters. So maybe your client wants to see like 3 versions, or maybe they want to see, you know, 4 versions of different colors. I find that it really helps to get, you know, different color palettes. But make sure you keep it within, you know, the boundaries if you're working with clients. But if it's for fun, then you can, you know, play around and just use crazy colors. So we've got our palettes here, and then we've got some here originally. So what we can do now is actually use the Artboard tool. So go to the left hand corner, you can see the Artboard tool here. You can click that or press Shift O. We're going to click this, and we're going to hold Alt or Option and Shift and just drag this along just like that. You want to make sure nothing's locked, so always unlock the layers, and we'll copy it again as well, and we'll create some different versions. So the quickest way to change colors is to select all your design, and we're going to go to Color Guide. If you don't know how to open up that, go to Window, Color Guide, and we can actually click on this little color wheel in the bottom right hand corner. So we're going to click that, and you can see you get the Recolor Artwork. And because we've created our new color groups, we can actually use this to recolor our artwork. So if I select this group on the right hand side, click that, it's going to use those 4 colors. And what I usually do to change them is I click this button here, and it will change the color order randomly. So you can just keep clicking it, and it's going to give you some different color options. If you click the button next to it, it's going to change the hue and saturation or the brightness, which is pretty cool as well. So that'll change that. And, you know, you can flick through and get some different color options. You can also remove colors by clicking on the row you don't want and clicking the minus, and it'll take out the color you don't want. And you can also add a new row as well, which is pretty cool. Another cool way to change colors as well, if you go to the top left corner, you can press edit, and you can actually move around this color wheel, and it's going to actually change those colors. You can also unlink it by clicking the chain button, and you can move these individually now like that. And to unview it, you can press the bottom left-hand corner. You'll see this Recolor Art. Sometimes I want to see the original, and you can just untick that, and it'll get rid of the preview. So this is usually what I do to create some colors. The colors are looking a bit off now, but I might choose a different bunch. And you can just play around. You can even move these rows up and down, you know, to get some different effects, which is pretty sweet. So I'm just going to press OK. And you can actually save those new colors to the color group, or just press no, which I usually do. And now we've got a different color version with the pink instead of the blue. I'll do the same for these posters here. Click on the color wheel, and we'll just go through and get some different color versions. That one's pretty cool. And I'll do the same for this one. So you really have flexibility. You can also select different color if you just want 1 or 2. You can have 4 colors or limit it to 1 if you want a 1 color job. Maybe you want to work just with 1 color. You can see how it looks like a monochromatic style. That actually looks pretty sweet. And you can see that it's using all the colors and it's using all these tints. And you can actually click the drop down menu to change it if you want tints or just the exact color, which is pretty sweet. I can also come in here and edit the color here to whatever I want. So you have a lot of flexibility with this tool, and I love using it. So this looking sweet, and I can press OK here, just like that. So now we got 4 different versions of our poster. So we can pick the one we like. We can even play around with the texture maybe. Maybe I want to make it more darker on this. Multiply. Make it more grainy to make that texture come out. So yeah, that's how you create some cool color palettes and use it for your posters. And I hope you enjoyed this course. Let me know what you guys want to see in new courses, and I hope you learned a thing or two about Illustrator and designing posters.